We've come to the point where the most painful thing on a daily basis is being bored. It's not hunting for food or being cold or being attacked by a llama. It's boredom? Surely that can't be. Let's look into it. Modern society is basically built on the fact that we want to minimize pain. We have inventions that make things safer and especially make things easier. And all of that contributed to the fact that, at least in most of the world, in the developed parts, basically physical pain and danger have been almost completely erased. And the only thing that we have now is emotional pain. And that's the cause of most problems for my generation. There's proof of this everywhere. The mental health statistics, depression statistics, suicide statistics. Did you know that in 2022, almost 50,000 people in the US alone died from suicide? That may not sound like a lot, but that's one death every 11 minutes. If that still doesn't sound like a lot, 13.5 million people thought about it. I don't want this video to be a complete demonization of social media like every other video, and there are good parts to it, but I will focus on the bad parts for today because those bad parts could be affecting you, because they were the ones affecting me. So, boredom. Why is it painful? Well, a lot of us have a lot of fears and insecurities, ones that we don't always like acknowledging because it's scary. I don't know if you can relate, but whenever I'm alone just with my thoughts, all of these fears of the future, about college, about me not working as hard as I could be start popping up. And it's terrible. Boredom comes when nothing is distracting you, usually in silence, usually when you're not doing the things that you want to be doing. And it reminds us that we are in fact vulnerable. We are not perfect, and that's what's painful about it. And the greatest human invention to cure boredom is our phone, specifically the social media apps installed on it. Try this right now. Take out your phone and see instinctively what you want to click on. For me at least, whenever I open my phone, it's either like Instagram or Discord or messages. Social medias. And I guess also like the weather app sometimes. I don't know, I like looking at the weather. Because social media is the thing that gives us dopamine and validation the fastest. If you deleted all social media off your phone would literally be boring. Like, what would you do? Refresh the weather app? The problem is that getting rid of boredom creates more problems. If you ignore your insecurities, they're just gonna get worse over time. The reason you have insecurities is that your brain is trying to tell you that I'm not that good at this thing and I need to get better at this thing. That's what it's trying to tell you. And if you ignore that, you just won't get better at the thing. Not only that, but I feel like every time, at least for me, when I get off social media, I genuinely feel groggy, like I just got negative hours of sleep. Like it somehow made me physically tired, even though I was literally just lying there doing this, like just scrolling. How is that possible? I felt physically sick, and that feeling went away about like 2 or 3 hours afterwards. I was recently on a plane flying home to New Jersey, and I kid you not, I saw every single teenager on the plane on Instagram. Like, when we were at the airport, they were scrolling in the plane because there was still Wi-Fi. In the air, I don't know, they were like playing Tetris or something. The second we landed and they got Wi-Fi again, they started scrolling. And I can't blame them. These apps are designed to make you keep scrolling. The way they do this is by feeding your negative emotions, specifically your loneliness. I feel like whenever I'm lonely, I instantly gravitate towards these messaging apps, towards Instagram. And while you're scrolling, you don't feel lonely. But the second you close it, your loneliness is amplified even more. Being alone and being lonely are two completely different things, but social media makes those two things pretty synonymous. Social media drains your energy without giving you anything of permanence in return. It blinds you to your fears and insecurities and things that you need to work on, and it feeds your negative feelings, amplifying them. If you could relate to anything I just said, I think this actionable step can really help you. For the next week, delete social media off of your phone, but keep it on your computer or laptop. On there, you can check your social media apps once a day, maybe at the end of the day. That way you won't be missing out on a whole week of social media, but you won't be able to check it on your phone. The point of this is to train yourself to be able to choose when you click social media. We want it to be intentional. All right, I hope this video made sense. I'm still pretty ass at recording, so if I was stuttering, that's my fault. But yeah, I hope this helped. Go join the Discord to talk to me and stuff. And yeah, go do some push-ups.